There we go. Hey, Coach, I'm here in your broadcast booth. I don't know if you can see behind me. I just wanted you to see that banner that's lit up at your stadium, how cool that looks right there and around it. There you go.
I can't see what it says, but I can see it lit up. What's it say?
It says AFC East champions, and it's pretty cool. And I just wanted you to see that over there.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you sharing that.
How your stadium looks. It's really cool. It's great to be part of the broadcast tonight. Really an honorable experience, by the way.
Awesome.
Your introductory press conference back in 2017, you used terms like methodical, brick by brick. Is this what that means? You know, the process to getting here. And I want to ask, like, how tough it is to go away from that sometimes when you know we live in a results business. Obviously, you do, where you have to, you know, get results as soon as possible. How tough is it sometimes to not be methodical or brick by brick?
Well, I think that's kind of my nature, but let me just start off and thank the people that need to be thanked, if I could, yep. Sal, if you'd allow me to. I want to thank Terry and Kim for giving Brandon and myself the opportunity. I want to thank Brandon. I wouldn't, like I said before, I wouldn't work next to anybody else. He's really put together a heck of a roster, not just this year, but as we've built this thing through the years. I want to thank the Bills fans, Bills Mafia everywhere, just for their support and sticking with us, and the players and the staff, everyone inside the building. This is never a one-person job, and I'm just humbled by their support and really appreciate everything that they've done to get us to where we are. So more work to do, but we're going to sit back and enjoy this one tonight, at least for 24 hours here. So sorry, Sal. I'll answer your question. Brick by brick, methodical. That's kind of my nature. I think that's where when you have good people that you work around, that you trust, it doesn't always have to be one person's idea. I get a lot of good advice and ideas from all the people around me. So if I need to shake free of that approach from time to time, I know I've got credible sources around me that can talk me away from that. And so it's a good give and take, really.
Thanks, Coach. It really looks cool out here. I know you'll see some pictures, though.
Love it. I love it.
Thanks.
Hey, Coach. Jenna Cottrell in Rochester. Congratulations. I know you talk about the fact that there's still work to be done, of course. Like
oh, yeah.
But at the same point, what does this moment mean to you and your team after 25 years and you being the coach that brings back the title to Buffalo?
Yeah, I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful. And again, it's not one person. I'm so thankful. I'm so happy for the fans. Honestly, man, I'm just so happy for the fans. It's just such a cool place to be a part of because of the work ethic of the people, the character of the people in Buffalo, around Buffalo, Western New York. I love seeing Bills flags wave, out in people's yards, and I'm hoping there's a lot more people buying Bills flags tonight to give them as Christmas gifts here. So. Yeah, I'm humbled just to be one part of it, honestly.
I saw the T-shirts have already sold out, so they're well on their way. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Hey, Sean, Adam Benini, congratulations.
Thanks, Adam.
Kind of piggybacking on all of that, how much is this a part of something bigger?
Well, we've got more work to do. If that's where you're going, we have more work to do. Tonight's game is as good as it was, and it felt good to be able to enjoy a little bit last 2 or 3 minutes there on the sideline and see guys get time that haven't gotten the time, line of scrimmage wise, offensively and defensively. And just really happy to be a part of it. The coaches have done a phenomenal job from top to bottom. They worked their tails off, and we have more work to do. It wasn't a clean game. We beat ourselves in some situations, and so we'll go back, look at the film, and continue to grow.
I guess I was referring more to the idea of, and Josh is quick to answer the question this way too, that, a division title is something that was an obvious goal, to be prepared to take advantage when the dynamics of the division changed and Josh reached his third year and everything that you'd built, around him kind of came to fruition, but also the idea of building a championship team and doing something that's never been done here before. I guess that's how I frame that question.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it one step at a time, Adam, and this is a step. We needed to win the East. We've now won the East, and a lot of hard work, has gone into that. And now we'll enjoy this. And now then there's going to be time to reset and figure out what's next. And, there's a lot of hard work's gone into this. I know people realize that, but anything you try and do that's worth doing, you got to work hard at it. And there's been good moments, and there's been some times where I know people have questioned things but as we said early on, I think it was 2018 when, we were asked a lot about what we were doing and how we were doing it when we were 6-10 that year. And, a lot of that was necessary growing pains, and just really appreciate the way people believed in us and believed in our message.
Thank you, Sean. Congratulations.
Thanks, Adam.
Hey, Sean, John Scott, congratulations. I asked Deion Dawkins this. With an accomplishment like this, you guys have been here for 4 years, how much of the emotions have a part of thinking of the people that came before you or the people that weren't able to reach this goal, but certainly I know he said, and I'm sure you agree, are part of this, even though they aren't actually part of it?
No, that's I got an email message from Marv Levy tonight, which is just awesome, man. It's so cool, so humbling, and I really appreciate the relationship that he and I have. And that's the hard part about this is I can't get to everyone to thank them, but we didn't do this alone. I didn't do this alone. As I've said, there's people around me, and there's people that have come before us, and some no longer work for the Bills. And so that's I guess I'll use you guys as the outlet and the resource to tell them thank you for all of what you've done for the Bills. And it's a community team, right? I mean, we're one big family, and that's the cool part about coaching for a team, that there's really a partnership between the fans and the team. I think that's what makes it special.
And then just one quick thing. I know injuries you don't always know, but certainly fans and us were wondering about Stephon at the end of the game. Do you have any update on his condition?
Yeah, I don't have an update at this point. I'm just praying that everyone turns out to be healthy.
Cool. Thanks and congrats, Sean.
Hey, thanks, John.
Coach Mookie Hawkins, Buffalo Sports 1080. Congratulations on the division.
Thanks, Mookie. Appreciate it.
Now, you did say you wanted to know what it was like to taste of Gatorade in the fourth quarter. Did you get the opportunity today, Coach?
I had a little bit of Gatorade in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I had a little bit of Gatorade.
Tastes sweet. Daboll's play calling, Josh decision making. The defense is fast and refreshed. Your run game is picking up as of late. 182 yards on the ground. You let Zach Moss close the show. You was his biggest fan out there late in the fourth quarter, clapping and cheering him on. I heard you all the way from the TV. His biggest fan. Just how important is that run game to close out games down the stretch, Coach?
Yeah, you got to have it. And whether it's closing out games or getting critical yards in critical situations, you got to have it. You got to be a balanced team. And so I'm extremely proud of the way the offensive line executed tonight. They continue to get better every week, and I love that mindset.
Speaking of mindset, Coach, one not done. How important is it to keep this thing going?
Yeah, I mean that's what we have to understand is I've been blessed to be a part of this, albeit not as a head coach, but in other roles, and I think it's a step, and that's what people have to realize. I know it's been 25 years, and I'm so excited for the Bills fans for that. We got to get back to work here in about 24 hours and continue to get better.
Absolutely, Coach. By tradition, you supposed to tear the goalpost down when you win the division. Safe travels. Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it. You look great in the red shirt, by the way, man. Good Bills color.
Thank you. I try.
Is that it?
Oh, hold on. I had one more up. Oh. Patrick, you there?
I'm here.
Go right ahead.
Coach McDermott, Pat Freeman from 105.5 to beat out of Rochester. I wanted to ask you about the importance of team wins. You've had some games where the offense has been better, and a couple of games the defense has started to step up. How important is the last few games? It seems that you've had complete team wins for 4 quarters.
We want to be able to complement one another, and I love any win, in particular when it's a team win, like you said. And I thought the defense came out, really the entire unit came out in the second half and played determined football and complemented one another. Defense scored again, which was great to see, and offense came out on fire. But it all started with our special teams unit, with Andre's return and the kickoff return we had after half there, the first play after half. So it was, these guys came out on fire the second half. It was fun to watch.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean, Matt Bove here. Like everybody else has said, congratulations. I know you don't want to get too ahead of yourself or anything like that, but I wonder, in a moment like this, in a situation like this, once the game finally ends, is there any particular moment you think about or group of people you think about or anything like that, you know, as you guys do make this accomplishment something that hasn't been done in so long here?
Well, again, the first people I think about are my family, honestly, because there's sacrifices that the families make. And my kids, my wife, my mom and dad, my brother and his family. And it's emotional, you know, because you spend a lot of time working at it, and sometimes you get results and sometimes you don't. This is to be able to do it. It doesn't happen, like I said, by itself. And then after that, Terry and Kim. I mean, I remember my interview with them January of 2017, and you know, my first interaction with them, and just really appreciate them giving me the chance, and then supporting me and Brandon like they do. I think that's also critical for, in terms of how we've gotten here and how we'll continue to take steps moving forward.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.
Hey, Coach, congrats to you. I know you've coached long enough where this is probably not the first time where vision has met reality, but I know when you first got here, you said you'd look across the parking lot at the stadium and dream about hosting playoff games in January. I realize you've got 2 regular season games to focus on still, but now that vision has met the reality, how does it feel?
It feels great, Chris. It does. It feels awesome. And I thanked a lot of people. I want to thank the players. Make sure I thank the players and the players that are no longer with us anymore on the team. There's a number of them, but the guys in particular, you know, like the Williamses, the Lorenzo Alexanders, the Eric Woods, all those guys, man, were a big part of this and that are no longer with the team. And there's so many more. I just can't name them all, Chris. But again, I nor the guys in this locker room, none of us got here alone. And, you know, yourself, everyone in the building, man, just appreciate you believing in us and staying with us.
Congrats to you and your staff.
Thanks.
Hey, Sean, talking to Tre'Davious White earlier tonight, kind of laughing that, you know, he was maybe a couple months old. Tremaine Edmonds, he said, wasn't even a thought yet. Josh Allen wasn't born. Like, so many of these guys were either not born, not around, don't remember the stories of the Bills from the 90s. They're just stories to them. And so I'm wondering, I mean, how critical do you think that was in this group's ability to end that drought? The fact that stuff, beyond playing for the same team, doesn't really have anything to do with them today.
Yeah, you know, they say millennials don't really tie themselves to tradition or the past, you know, especially when it's that long ago, I guess. But man, this is just a blessing from God, honestly, man. Just humbled to be a part of it. I think it's so cool when the guys that are so young, to your point, can tie into the past and they know those early 90s. They see the banners hanging in our facility every day that are there, right, of the teams in the early 90s and even before those teams. So and I should thank also, you know, the guys that support us in so many ways from those teams: Coach Levy, Jim Kelly, Thurman, Steve Tasker, Cornelius Bennett, Bruce Smith, just all Daryl Talley, all those guys, man. They live and die with us, and it's one thing to, as a coach, to coach your current team, but I also feel you know, a responsibility. I think all of our players do as well. A responsibility to do things the right way for those guys as well, because they started this years ago.
Coach Jason Wolf with the Buffalo News. Congratulations on winning the game and the division championship.
Thanks, Jason.
Cole Beasley said that he was not impressed by Josh Allen's performance because he's just come to expect this type of play. Do you subscribe to that philosophy? Were you impressed by what you saw out of Josh tonight?
No, not at all. No, I mean, listen, he's just continues to get better. And I think that's the cool part about it. He's so humble. He's a great teammate, and I'm extremely proud of him. I really am extremely proud of him. I don't take it for granted. You know, these quarterbacks that can play at that level are hard to find. And Brandon did a phenomenal job. I give Coach Dable, the offensive staff, you know, I think, and again, we're coming together as a team now too, with, you know, the defense coming alive and scored again on defense tonight. So, but, you know, Josh comes from a great family, and that's really where it started years ago. And just very proud of him.
Also wanted to ask you about Jerry. There's there's no current member of this organization who's been around longer than he has. And to see him go out there, turn into the leader that he's become this season, and go out there and scoop and score with that fumble.
No, I know.
As a defensive guy, what a head coach, you know, what does that mean?
So cool. I loved it. I love it. It's so fitting, right? Jerry and I talked once or twice. I think it was, let's see, today's Saturday. It was Friday, maybe Friday after practice or Thursday after practice. And we talked about him being the longest tenured Bill at the player level. And I'm just so proud of him, how he's really evolved and grown into a leader for us, and how he supported everything that I've tried to do as a head coach. So he and his family, I mean, they're great people, and it feels good for people like that.
Congrats again. Safe travels. We'll see you this week.
Okay, thanks.